Hi guys, it's Joanne from BarExamSuperhero.com, the one and only website that has anything to do with superheroes and the bar exam. Um, Lucky for you, you've managed to catch me in a monkey suit. Yes, I am wearing a suit. As much as I really despise wearing suits, occasionally I do have to wear them, mostly for interviews. Sorry guys, you don't pay the bills. Um, so I know it's the last 2 weeks of bar prep. I've had a lot of messages coming both through the website, through Facebook, and through text message, which is great. Keep them coming. I will try and get back to you as fast as possible. You got to remember I'm dealing with hundreds of students right now. Lucky for you, I don't charge all of you. So I know a lot of people are starting to freak out and panic. I know most of you have taken or getting ready to take the final simulated exam. This is a good time for me to let you know that you still have plenty of time. Although it's only 2 weeks, it's quite a bit of time. I learned most of everything, literally, in the last 2 weeks of bar prep. And it was because by now you've pretty much finished your lectures, you've finished all the major things that you've had to do. So you're easily able to go back and focus on the materials. You can go back to the trouble zones, you can go back to going through essays, you can go back to anything of that nature. You also can go back to the subjects that kicked your butt. For me, my trouble zone was always business entities. It really sucks for me. I am a very criminally minded person. I don't think in terms of business. In fact, if I could live under a rock and never have to deal with a corporation, I'd be pretty happy. But I knew I needed to know it because you have to be prepared that anything will show up on the bar exam. So my last 3 days, I spent, well, the 3 days I was able to concentrate, I spent going through corporations and partnerships from the beginning of the bar points book to the very, very end. And I was never so grateful as when I walked into the second part of the Florida exam and found out that business entities was on the exam. Florida evidence was almost always tested, and business entities came to a surprise for everyone. Um, it worked out really well for me, but that's why I'm telling you, you can learn a whole lot in that last week that will pull you through. You just have to hold yourself together at this point. That's why it's a priority right now. You need to sleep when you're tired, you need to eat when you're hungry, and you need to take breaks. I know that you think it's the last push and you're not allowed to take breaks, but that's completely untrue. You'll end up damaging yourself more than helping yourself. So please make sure to take breaks. Make sure to go to bed as soon as you can when you're tired. Because when you wake up, you will feel refreshed, and after you take a break, you will feel just as refreshed and better able to concentrate. Trust me, although it sucks, you have to do it. The other thing is that if you start finding that you're unable to concentrate, this is completely normal. By the last week of bar prep, I went from being able to concentrate for 2 hours and then I'd have to take a half-hour break to an hour and then I would need to take a 2 hour break to by the very end, I maybe did a half hour that last Sunday before the bar exam. I literally did not study for the last 3 days before the bar exam. Lots of people told me this was suicidal. My brain just couldn't hold any more information. And I couldn't concentrate. So there's no point in practicing when you can't concentrate. So if you find that you're having that trouble, start moving to smaller chunks of information. Do 10 multiple choice questions, review those questions, and then maybe go back to your outlines if you're still struggling. But don't try to push yourself to do 100 multiple choice questions in one setting because you have 11 weeks of information sitting in your head right now. There's no space for any more. So just take your time. Go back through your final simulateds, including Florida, including the MBE, go through them and see where you went wrong and see if you're falling for red herrings. You want to be able to concentrate at this point and figure out exactly where your trouble areas are. Go to your exam sites and see if they have breakdowns that you could figure out what topic areas you're still struggling in. One of the best things that you could do is there is a chart on this site. It's under the extras tab. You are more than welcome to go and use, and it helps you create a breakdown. You can see if you have improved or if your scores have actually tanked. That way you know exactly where you need to concentrate that last week. The other thing I'm going to warn you about is that into the last week, you're going to receive final week study schedules. Now, my College of Law gave us a study schedule. I didn't use it. I'm going to be very honest. I didn't use it because it had nothing to do with the subject areas that I was struggling with. The only one who knew where I was struggling was me. Even my bar provider gave me a final week study schedule, but they wanted me to study things like family law, where I was incredibly strong in. there was no point in wasting the time. Trust yourself and know where you are having the issues. Focus on those areas because those are the parts that are going to matter. Okay? If you have trouble in the next 2 weeks, please contact me. I will record as many videos. I will answer questions about essays, multiple choice, anything you guys need, even mental breakdown. I will answer any questions. I have no life. No, actually, I just really had wished somebody had done this for me. It kind of makes me a little bit upset sometimes to think back about going through bar prep and not having a place that I could go and feel a connection with somebody and who understood how miserable, absolutely miserable I felt during these last 2 weeks. You can even go to my Facebook if you want to friend me. See the horrible videos that I got accused of making. I recorded my last week or so of breakdowns so that people could see before they went into bar prep what it was like. Um, I'm I will more than happily answer any questions. I want you guys to have every advantage walking into the exam. And I also want you all to be extremely proud of yourself because you have now survived what is considered one of the hardest things that any lawyer could go through. You have now survived 10 or so weeks of studying, of isolation, of being without your family, of giving up holidays, of putting in antiquated law that makes no sense and you're fairly sure you're never going to need it in your entire life. But that is a monumental feat, and you have to realize it and appreciate it for you. So regardless of what happens, you need to be proud of yourself because this isn't something everybody goes out and does in today's day and age. Most people don't even want to take an SAT prep course, let alone go through bar prep, okay? I'm very proud of every single one of you. Anybody who follows my website, I'm proud of anybody who survives the bar exam. So keep working, keep pushing, send those questions in. I will do my best to answer them. Next time, I swear to God, I will not be in this monkey suit. I will be rocking out some t-shirt that probably has to do with a video game. Um, until then, this is Joanne Wilson signing off for Bar Exam Superhero. I hope you guys have a great day and good luck. All right?